clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to hear a session that I did with a lady who wanted to change her relationship with money. She had certain beliefs that were instilled in her as a child about money, which meant that whenever she had money, she would spend it and not really keep it, and she wouldn't earn the income that she wanted either. So this is all about changing the beliefs about money to something much more useful. And I happen to know that in the months that followed after we actually did this session, certainly she was spending less, she was earning more, and for the first time ever in her life, she actually had a specific strategy to be able to accumulate assets in an index tracker to actually mean that she could be wealthy in the future. So that's a massive transformation from someone that was, having credit card debt and just not being very good to money to being someone that, is in that kind of opposite trajectory. This is going to be useful for you if you have an unhealthy relationship with money, if you're in regular debt, if you aren't having the ability to save, or if your income isn't as high as you would want it. This hypnosis session is going to change how you think about money to make it useful and beneficial for you. So if you'd like to earn more, if you'd like to save more, if you'd like to be wealthier, if you have a dream of being a millionaire perhaps in the future, this is the hypnosis session for you. Find a quiet area where you're not going to be disturbed, and ideally listen on headphones, relax, focus on the music, and enjoy. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in a sense of positive relaxation. Breathing in the relaxation and breathing out any tension. As you breathe in, don't just feel the breath, but feel the vibration of that positivity and relaxation seeking out every part of your body. In the same way that you breathe in oxygen, and your heart knows exactly where to get the oxygen to. There isn't a single cell in your body that doesn't feel the benefit of that oxygen that you're breathing in. So therefore, as you breathe in a sense of relaxation, imagine that it's filling your lungs, that your heart is taking that relaxation and pumping it around your body to the parts that need it most. Occasionally while I'm talking, your conscious mind might drift off, pick up on different sounds, and that's completely fine, because the more distracted your conscious mind becomes, the easier it is for me to influence your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind determines most of what you do. There are so many things you do every day without thinking. You breathe and blink and walk and talk without any conscious thought. And therefore, if your unconscious mind is determining most of what you do, if we can influence even a small part of your unconscious mind, that will have a ripple effect. Subtle decisions, choices, things you say yes to that normally you would say no to, open up opportunities for abundance, wealth, and freedom. As you breathe in this sense of relaxation, I want you to imagine that that relaxation has a specific color, perhaps a warm color. And as you breathe in, just imagine that your lungs are filling up with that warm color. And by definition, by breathing in relaxation, that then releases any tension around your body. So when you breathe out, just imagine that that's what you're exhaling. You're breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension, therefore taking you deeper and deeper relaxed with each and every breath. And I want you to imagine that you're lying on a comfortable bed. I want you to imagine that there's something about this bed, the familiarity, the fabric, the texture. There's something about being on this bed where you feel safe, secure, but most importantly, relaxed. And I want you to imagine that this bed is somewhere in nature. It's your bed, but it's not your room. It's your bed, but it's somewhere outside. I want you to imagine that it's a warm, sunny day. I want you to imagine that there are birds in trees around. It's a safe, private place. There's no one else around. And I want you to imagine that you're lying on this bed and you can feel the warmth of the sunshine on your skin. Each and every breath is taking you deeper and deeper relaxed. And in the same way that the relaxation is being breathed in and following around your body to the parts that need it most, I want you to also imagine that the sunshine that is bathing your skin is melting away any tension, any anxiety, taking you deeper and deeper relaxed. And as you lie there on that bed, I want you to feel just how comfortable it's possible to feel. I want you to imagine that as the sunshine is bathing your skin and you're hearing just the chatter of the birds in the trees around you, I want you to look up to the sky and see just a few fluffy white clouds. And very soon I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And with each descending number, you're going to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. That's right. I want you to focus on the tiny muscles around your eyes. As you breathe in that relaxation, feel the warmth on your skin. Hear the birds in the trees. I want you to feel 10% deeper and deeper relaxed. 9. I want you to focus on the tiny muscles around your forehead, around your cheeks. Again, just feel like the sunshine is melting away any tension, taking you deeper and deeper relaxed now. And then 8. Feeling that relaxation spreading down now into your neck and your shoulders. Just allow any tension whatsoever to just melt away. Release that tension now. 7. That relaxation now is spreading into your chest. And not just your chest, but inside your body. As you breathe in that relaxation, as you feel the warmth of that relaxation on your skin, I want you to imagine that not just your chest, but inside your lungs, your stomach, all around is going deeper and deeper relaxed, right down into your diaphragm, enabling you to take deeper and deeper breaths effortlessly. Because you can always choose to take a deep breath, but it's also more relaxing to just allow your body to breathe. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you go. That's right. Now focus on your arms. As we go to 6, your arms are feeling loose and limp, completely relaxed. In fact, if your arm was to be lifted up, it would be so loose and limp that if it was to be let go, it would slump straight back down to where it was before. That's right. Feeling like any unnecessary tension is just dissolving, disappearing, making you feel so deeply relaxed. That's right. 5. And now I want you to imagine inside your gut. Because the source of anxiety for many people starts right there in the pit of their gut. And I want you to imagine that you're now imagining your gut, your intestines, as an old garden hose. Old, knotted, tangled, twisted. And that's kind of how a gut would feel if fear and anxiety were influencing you too much. But as you breathe in that relaxation, just imagine that any fear and anxiety is just disappearing, melting off you. As you imagine your gut changing into a brand new garden hose with no tangles, no knots, no twists, immediately any remaining anxiety or tension just disappears. And the less anxiety you hold right there in the gut, the more you can pay attention to intuition. Because some of your very best ideas won't be conscious, logical thoughts. They will be what you feel, not what you think. And for most people, this source of intuition is right there in your gut. And the more you release and let go of that anxiety and tension, the more you can pay attention to what's known as your second brain. Right there in your gut, the source of intuition. All of your experiences and knowledge is processed, not just as memories, but as feelings. And sometimes we respond more to what we feel than what we think. And when you allow your intuition to influence spontaneous decisions, you will tap into your superconsciousness, the ability to achieve what's really possible. As the relaxation continues to fall, now flowing down below your stomach, creeping into your legs,
Legs need tension, otherwise we couldn't stand up. But here, lying on your own bed, out in nature, your legs don't need tension. They can be completely relaxed. Just imagining your legs becoming like jelly, completely loose and limp and heavy and relaxed. That's right, the relaxation spreading down your legs. 3, going further down towards your kneecaps, taking you deeper and deeper relaxed. And sometimes when that relaxation really takes hold, sometimes you might feel a heaviness, a looseness, perhaps a tingling sensation as it travels down your calf, all the way down into your feet. And your feet are filled with tendons. There's so much that we can do with our feet, but it does mean that they hold on to tension that sometimes are just echoes of previous experience. And I want you to imagine that all the tendons in your feet are like stretched rubber bands, really tight. And I want you to imagine that as you feel that relaxation passing through your feet and feel the warmth of the sunshine in nature on your feet, I want you to imagine that those rubber bands are getting looser. So rather than being stretched and tight, they get loose and light. And there's a weird thing about the feet, because sometimes what changes in our feet ripples throughout our whole body. So the more relaxed your feet become, right down to the very tips of your toes, then your whole body follows its lead, and you can go deeper and deeper relaxed. And 1, that relaxation spreading all across your entire body, taking you deeper and deeper relaxed. And just for a few moments, just while you're feeling so relaxed on your own bed in nature, I want you to feel the breeze on your skin, listen to the birds in the trees, and perhaps notice just a few fluffy white clouds in the blue skies above you. And just get an overall sense that you are at peace, that you are safe, and you are completely relaxed. That's right. And now I want you to look up and see just a few fluffy white clouds. And one of those fluffy white clouds is going to change and morph and spell out a word, and that word is going to be relax, R-E-L-A-X. And it feels strange to see a word being spelt out in fluffy white clouds up there in the sky. You read the word relax as you're hearing those birds start to tweet. Still feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. And every time you read it, relax, you do feel more relaxed with each and every breath. And your unconscious mind knows why you're listening to this right now. Your unconscious mind knows that there are just a few things getting in your way. You know that you have the intelligence, the emotional acuity, the ideas and the skills to be creating so much value for other people. Your unconscious mind already accepts that the more value you are able to create for other people, the more money, income and wealth you will accumulate. Not by taking from other people, but simply by the law of reciprocity, that the more value you create, the wealthier you become. Your unconscious mind knows already that financial income and wealth is required in order for you to feel secure, because you've had moments where you haven't felt secure. And while temporarily insecurity can make people feel resourceful, we are at our most resourceful when we feel inspired rather than anxious, when we feel driven rather than pushed. That's right. Your unconscious mind already knows that there are blocks, beliefs, conflicts that are getting in the way of you earning as much money as it's possible for you to earn. If your unconscious mind accepts that there are certain things that are getting in the way, just let me know by nodding your head. That's right. Your unconscious mind knows that these blocks aren't necessarily conscious, but there might be certain things that are just there, hardwired in your programming, that if we were to go back to the very point of inception, that we might be able to give a new meaning to what was experienced. I want you to imagine that very soon, in your own bed, you're going to do something that you've done thousands of times before, and that is you're going to go into a dream. You're feeling all comfortable. You can feel your covers, the sheets, your head on the pillow. Even the sound of the birds tweeting make you feel so relaxed. I will count down from 5 to 1, and you will imagine that you are no longer on your bed, but you are inside your own dream. Starting to count. 5. Really feeling like you're drifting off. 4. Getting more and more comfortable. 3. Just feeling like your eyes are getting so heavy and drowsy. And then 2, 1. That's it. You're now inside your own dream. And in this dream, you're in a room with many doors, each door taking you either to the past or the future. And one of these doors is going to take you to a specific memory, a memory that memory was the very point of inception of a belief that is getting in the way of you tapping into your full financial possibilities. Your unconscious mind won't necessarily know where that memory will be, but I will count down from 5 to 1. You will open the door, walk through the door, and you will be seeing a memory, perhaps from your childhood, or perhaps from many years ago. A memory that is responsible for the very first time that an idea was formed that has then become a belief that is getting in the way of you tapping into what's possible financially. You will see yourself back then as you were, perhaps a child, a teenager, maybe a young adult, and you will see what you saw. You will see yourself then witnessing what you saw at the time or experiencing what you experienced in order to create an idea which then became a belief. Let's go back to that memory now. 5, walking towards the door. 4, putting your hand on the handle. 3, opening the door. 2, walking through the door. 1, closing the door behind you. And 0, you're now back then to that specific memory. You're seeing yourself back then as you were. And you're seeing what happened. The thing that happened that created a specific idea, belief that is now getting in the way of your true financial potential. And if you're back there in that memory, just let me know with a nod of the head or just a twitch of the finger. And you're seeing what you saw. And it occurs to you that back then, you didn't have the knowledge, the experience, the frame of reference, the perspective that you have now. It occurs to you that maybe you've given a meaning that was no longer useful for you. Maybe you saw scarcity, maybe you saw stress, maybe you saw something that made you feel that you had to behave in an opposite or similar way. And as you see that thing, I want you to decide, with the benefit of perspective that you now have back at that memory, that actually the meaning that you gave that moment was not the best meaning. And that with all the knowledge and intuition and experience that you now have, you can now give a different meaning to that same moment. I want you to decide now what that new meaning would be. Some people, for example, believe that in order to make money, they have to take it from someone else. In order for one person to win, that someone else has to lose. So the new meaning to give to that moment could be that the best way of making money is to create value for other people. And therefore, the more money you have is just evidence that you're helping so many people out there. But this is your moment, and therefore you give it your meaning. And I want you to look at that moment and decide what would be the most powerful, empowering, and beneficial meaning to give that moment. And when you have that in mind, I then want you to climb into that younger version of you. Consider the original meaning that you gave it, weigh it up, and then reject it. And instead, just say inside your own internal dialogue what the new meaning will be. Actually, this means, and then install your new meaning. Because at the point of inception, all those years ago, if we gave the new meaning instead of the old meaning, that would create a ripple effect throughout your life, so that when you return to the present, you don't have that old belief, because the moment was never the same moment. As you change the belief, the world changes, because the version of the world that you see is through a new perspective. If you're happy with the updated meaning that you gave that moment, just allow that belief to ripple throughout your time, because lots of things in your life would have changed with that new belief. Just as if you throw a rock or a pebble into a pond, the ripples on the surface reach every part of that pond. Now, with this new meaning that we gave that moment, you will now feel the ripples going throughout your past, your present, and your future. You will now interpret things with a new sense of abundance and opportunity, of something that is positive, that makes making money feel that you deserve that money. Because otherwise, why would you receive it? You can only receive money if the value and all the time invested in your own education, skills, and experience, combined with your unique gifts, are deemed to create value for other people. That's right. I want you to go forward from that moment in time and all the key events in your future that may have been slightly different if you'd have had this belief. Potential additional opportunities that you would have taken, things that you would have done in a different way. See the ripples going throughout your entire life, all the way up until the present moment. And it now occurs to you that you're now back in that room with all those doors, except because the very point of inception now has a new meaning. The version of you in the present now has a new belief, and that new belief will enable you to create more abundance for yourself and more value for other people. If your unconscious mind accepts that the belief has now changed because the meaning was now different, just let me know with a nod of your head or a twitch of your finger. And it's not enough just to change some of the key beliefs that have been getting in the way. We need also to tap into your own internal representation of what resourcefulness looks like when it comes to money. I want you to see somewhere else in this room a role model, a mentor, someone that has the ability to attract as much wealth and abundance, but in a way of integrity that aligns with your value system. Someone that has made money, but done it in the right way. Not by exploiting other people, but by serving other people. By creating the value first. Once you see someone like that, I then want you to really study them. They're there in the room alongside you, which is just a room inside a dream that you're having while lying on a bed in nature, which itself is just part of your own imagination. As you see this person in the room alongside you, I want you to get an overall sense of what beliefs they may have, what they value, their source of inspiration and work ethic. And all I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you're trying them on for size in the same way that you might try an item of clothing in a store. I want you to climb inside their body, feel what they feel, believe what they believe, value what they value, specifically when it comes to financial abundance, wealth, and doing what's necessary to attract that wealth into your own life. Maybe it's just an experience that they've had that you haven't had. Maybe it's a belief that they believe that you don't quite believe yet. Maybe it's just a way that they manage their own expectations to enable them to take the necessary action required. Whatever it is, feel like you're absorbing that into your unconscious mind. The very beliefs that are necessary, the strategies that are necessary, or just the overall idea that if they've done it, then it's okay and possible for you to do it as well. I want you to feel that vibration start from the very tips of your toes all the way up. Feel the vibration of what they have, their resources, integrating with your body, going up your legs, feeling perhaps a vibration, a resonance, where what you need is being integrated into your unconscious mind, rising up into your body. That's it. Really feeling that vibration in every cell of your body. The resources that you need, that someone else has been using to create wealth and abundance and a high income, is now being absorbed into you. You are still you. You're just accessing the resources that enable you to be a version of you that can attract and manifest more money than ever before. That's right. Allow that vibration to really change naturally what you believe, what you feel, what you think, specifically regarding money, value, and creating the value for other people. Your whole body vibrates with these new beliefs, energies, ideas, strategies. And now you walk out of that other person, almost like you were temporarily possessing them just for a moment in time. But now what they have, you have also. And you're still in that room with those doors, but one of these doors represents the future. I'll count down from 5 to 1 and you will walk through that door. But you will walk through the door with this new vibration, the new resources, the new beliefs, the new ideas, and you will see your future from this new perspective. Starting to count 5, walking towards the door that represents your future. 4, holding the handle, turning the handle. 3, opening the door. 2, walking through the door. 1, closing the door behind you. And now 0. I want you to see, perhaps just a few days or weeks into the future, you're seeing yourself as if you're someone else, but you're seeing that version of you vibrating with these new resources, new beliefs, new ideas about what it means to make money. You can see that when you're involved in communication that could lead to a new client, you seem to have an air of expectancy, more confidence. You see yourself negotiating more stronger. You see that when you're working with clients, you're serving them with even more intuitive ability than ever before. Perhaps you see yourself doing more of the very things that could lead to more clients. Learning perhaps the very skills that you need to know more about. Perhaps marketing. Perhaps something else. But you see yourself doing whatever is necessary, not from a position of scarcity or anxiety, but you see yourself doing it from a position of excitement, of opportunity. Almost like you know where the treasure is. You have the map, and you just simply have to go out there and get it. You already have the wealth in advance. Now all you're doing is doing what's necessary to make what you already know is possible for you completely achievable for you. I want you to go forward, perhaps a year or two now, knowing that this wasn't a blip, but this continued. You continued to have that energy, creating content, creating new innovative ways to serve your clients, ways to raise your profile, ways to connect and interact with the very people that not only need your services but can afford your services. I want you to fast forward perhaps another few months, maybe a year, and I want you to see the point at which you're being handed the keys for a new property. That's right. There's a property of exactly the size and style that you would want in the very location that makes you feel not just that you're now secure, although you are, because this is your property, but you also feel successful. You feel like you've deserved this. You feel that this is recognition for what you've achieved. I want you to climb inside that version of you, the future version of you, just a year or two in the future. I want you to have those keys in your hand and you unlock the door to your front door of your apartment and you can't help but smile. You can't help but have a sense of accomplishment and pride as you open that door and walk into your apartment. You look out of the window and see the perfect view. You feel that this is as it should be, as it's meant to be. And every time you see your apartment, it reminds you that this is purely as a consequence of helping other people. That if you weren't genuinely helping other people, you would not be living in this place. I want you to really get a sense that you are excited for where you've become, but also excited for where you continue to move towards. You still feel that excitement for growth and opportunity, but now you feel that you can serve more people, that it's no longer about simply making the money, but it's also contributing in the very way that would make you fulfilled most. And then want you to just imagine that you leave that apartment, go down perhaps the lift, go into the car park and it occurs to you that inside your pocket is a key to a Porsche. The Porsche is in your parking space. It's in exactly the color that you want. And I want you to imagine that you just open the door, climb in, and feel the freedom of driving your car. You're driving your car towards the future. What got you that apartment and that car was not that you were taking money, but that you were creating value. As you drive off into the future, you suddenly find yourself back in that room with all the doors, and it occurs to you that was a glimpse of your future. A future that is not just possible, but a natural consequence of the new beliefs and resources that you've integrated deep down into your unconscious mind. There's an overall sense of positivity and excitement, and mainly optimism for the future. But it occurs to you that this room is simply a dream, and that actually you're lying on a bed in nature, still hearing the birds tweeting, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, feeling the gentle breeze, feeling completely relaxed. But that dream, although the dream was a dream, the resources, the beliefs are still inside you. You know they're there. You know that you're different than the person that fell asleep on this bed. As you look up out of the clouds, the word is no longer relax. The word is abundant. You read the word abundance about out in clouds in the sky, and it occurs to you that there is infinite opportunity for you. That you have a particular gift, skills, a particular energy, and particular knowledge that no one else has in exactly your combination. It also occurs to you that there is no shortage of people that need your skill, that need your approach, that need your energy. It dawns on you that you have a duty to serve those people that need your help. And you're excited to serve them. And by serving them well, the apartment, the car, and all the trappings of success will simply be a side effect of you serving other people. It's not the goal, it's the side effect. In a few moments' time, I'm going to count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken full of resourcefulness. You will awaken full of optimism and energy and positivity. You will awaken feeling excited for the future. But most of all, you will awaken with the new belief and resources necessary to take your life in exactly the direction that you want it to go in. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.